Welcome to the new video of Dart series where we are learning new concept of Dart every day, and today's concept is about enum. If I go to Google and if I search for enums, where we get a special definition where it's a special kind of class used to represent a fixed number of a named constant. So maybe after hearing this you might have not understood anything. You can also check the Dart official documents for more examples, but I'll clear this in a simple words. So enums are like nothing but it's like action of establishing the number of something. If I give you example and explain what is enum is, so let's take an example. With the example, let's learn what is enum is. So you guys have been familiar with themes, right? In your any apps or the web you're using, applications or maybe a website, they will always provide a theme. For example, if you go to Dartpad only, there's always a theme here, like a brightness or the darkness, or maybe depend on the system what you have selected, the default one. So let's imagine where you got a permission, like a users have an option or a choices to make whether they want an light theme, whether they want a dark theme or the system theme. Based on theme, let's say the whole app is converting based on that theme. If the user click on this theme for writing code, let's the developer think this as 1. If they click on the light theme, let it be represented as 1. And for the dark theme, if we represent it at 2, and if the for the system theme, let it be 3. So if he named all these types based on some kind of a quality, which is can also be named in the normal form or English forms, where that is what we'll learn. Let's say if he name the developer name, if the user clicks on a light theme, let us consider as a 1, and let's print out something. So let's write it in a code and see how it works. So let's have a class where you have to decide the theme, system theme. So let us decide the system theme. If you guys know how to declare a class, you write a class keyword and it is always starts with the capital letters. And in our system theme, we are basically deciding the theme of the system. So final, it's a keyword where the final, and let's give a theme. We want an integer because if the user clicks on 1, we want to initialize that variable called a theme to the light theme. Okay, so let's create a variable that is called a theme. So let's use the constructor, default constructor, that is system theme, which required a variable that is theme. If you are not understanding about classes, I recommend you people to go and watch the previous classes, previous video that we learned about the classes. So what we just did is we have created a classes which has a variable, and whenever we try to create an object using this class, we want to pass an argument to this that is called as theme, and the theme is an integer. So let's use the comments. If the user clicks on 1, which means that should be a light theme. If a user send or clicks on the dark theme, where we consider that as a 2, that is a dark theme. And for the third one, which is a system, like a default one. Okay, let's create an object using this class. How do we create an object? First, we'll write a type of object that we are creating, that is system theme, and let's name an object called user1. And whenever you create an object, you have to bring this constructor, class constructor, which is nothing but a system theme. And we have to pass what? We have to pass which theme the user. Let's imagine the user have selected the dark theme, which is a number 2. So based on this, let's try to make some let's try to print what the user has sent. Let's user1 dot the variable that is theme. If I try to print and run the program, so user theme will be 2. See here, 2. Okay, this is fine This example is like perfectly fine whenever user clicks on any tab, any one of the tab, either it can be light, dark theme. We take that as a one. We consider that as that in the numerical form. Okay, for our understanding. Let's say in my team, there's other member who is dealing with the same concept where he have to come through the code and have to figure out how it is done. If he comes for the first time, and if he sees this line of code where you have created an object and he sees the theme as 2, and he has no idea what is theme as 2 unless he read this comments are good to say what logic that the next line of code is for, but it is also very bad practice if you use this kind of things where it is not so much specific. They have to go through the comments. What if you have not added the comment? Other people can't able to refer it properly. So to make it proper, to name it as an instead of 1 2 3, we can use a normal way name kind of thing. Here if you see, instead of using 1, if I just write light theme, which is much more easy for a developer, others who is developing, for them to understand what this actually 1 2 3 means. Instead of me writing 1 2 3, we can simply write light theme, dark theme and system, which is easy for others who is going through your code to be understand. To understand this enums properly, do refer the Flutter course where I have explained this concept by developing an simple applications. So do check that video. So let's come back to the what we are doing. So how can we solve this problem using enum is the first question. So enum, it stands for enumeration. So how do we create enum? It's super simple. It always starts with the keyword called enum, which is followed by the camel case. You can give a variable to the enum. Just zoom out a little. I hope you people can see. So it followed by the name. Let's give a enum a name called system type. Okay. After that, it has a curly braces where inside the curly braces, it will hold the number of types the system has. Let's say it has a theme, light theme, and it has a dark theme, and it has a, by default, that is a system theme. This is the theme it gonna have it. So enum is basically like we are telling we will have a 3 kinds of system themes. So instead of me writing hint here, giving a type of hint, the data type of theme hint here, I can just replace it with the system type, sorry. So this system type is nothing but an enum. So we are telling whenever you create an object, you need to pass a value to the theme, right? So I don't want an integer, I want a enum. I mean basically what kind of theme you are sending. So here instead of me writing 2, I can just simply write system type dot, and we have a 3 things, that is a light, dark and system. I can just write whatever I want. And if I hit save and kind of run the program, you can see system type dot dark, which means that we are getting a system which is a dark color. So clear about this? So how can we utilize this? Even if I don't have this comment sections here, even if a new developer come to my code section, and if we go through the each line of code, he can understand easily that what is this object is doing, and what it is passing actually. So this can be more clear for you people if you actually go through the each examples. So basically there's a Flutter course also which is coming next to the Dart. So I recommend you people to go and watch those videos where we have explained actual real-time example of enums. So I hope you understood. So that's all for today.